Welcome to our continuing series of unboxing videos here at Def at Dice. This one is going to focus on the new Northkin Elder, which is a Trollkin command attachment, part of the new Trollblood releases as part of the November 2007 releases. This was a model that was part of the Trollblood CID, which is the community integration development, where they gave us a bunch of rules and told us to test it, and now the models are out. And quite frankly, if you're a Troll player, this is a good time because we've got a whole bunch of really good, neat stuff and excellent models to go along with it. So as per we do here usually, I'm going to crack it open, take a look at it, do a quick assembly, and then I'd let you know what I think about the overall model, quality, etc. So let's dive right into this one. So this is just the standard privateer press packaging. Clamshell has the new reference to the War Room 2 on the back, which if you're not using, I find it extremely helpful. Or you can use Conflict Chamber, which is another program, a list building program. Doesn't have the rules, but lets you do lists. And if I'm going to promote stuff, I'm also going to promote the Battle Reporter. So click on the link here. Oh, where am I? There we go. Click on the link here to report your games, and because giving data to the community is a good thing, and it makes me happy. So in this one, this is the Privateer Press does not provide the cards for these models anymore. So if you want them, you can get them in War Room, or you can actually print them off their card inventory tool, which is fantastic. And there's a link right there as well. So let's just dump this all out. So the first thing I noticed, since I've already done a review for Cole Gribba, which you can find a link right there, or more there, for Cole Gribba, and she, which is the new caster, was a combination of plastic and metal, or resin and metal. This one is completely resin. And the biggest thing I noticed with this one is it had more pour points. There's a few of them. Nice quality of detail, like a little bit of flashing as well. Plastic looks comparable to what they used for the Northkin Shaman, which was released about 2 years ago. The only thing is I'm wondering if this is slightly different. One, because there's flashing, which I never got on the other one, and the detail doesn't seem just quite as sharp. So I don't know if it's just me and Privateer Press keeps making fantastic models, and I'm my standard of anticipation or expectation of their work is getting higher and higher. But just some of the details don't seem quite as sharp as the Northkin did. And it has certain pour points like on the arm. So if you see here and in the middle of the arm, which I find getting rid of those is a challenge because you're going to have to sort of carve around. I believe this one was good. And the head has a minor thing. That's not a big deal. So 3 easy pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take this nice pose, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So really the only concern I have with this is, and it doesn't appear to be very many mold lines. There's flashing, but it doesn't seem to be very many mold lines that I can see at this point. So what I'll do is I'll take this, wash it up. Always wash your resin because your paint will appreciate it, because you don't want your paint flaking off after you spend a bunch of time doing it. So I'm going to wash it, going to take it apart and assemble it, or take it apart, remove the extra pour-off points, assemble it, and then come back and talk about what I think about the model. So stay tuned for that. Well, you're going to keep watching it. The video will keep going. I'm just being silly. So we're back with a fully assembled Northkin Elder. Well, mostly fully assembled. I cheated and used a little bit of blue tack to keep his head in place so I can get to some of those finer details when I'm painting. But overall, super easy model to paint or to put together. I did initially have some concerns about the pour-off points for the resin. Cleaned up super easy. They weren't much of a concern at all. So my initial concerns were unfounded, which is always nice to see. Overall, really nice looking model. While the details aren't quite as sharp, I'm kind of curious to what they'll look like when it's painted, and I may come back and do a follow-up video to this just to see how it does, how it says, but and it may be related to them using a slightly different resin, but overall really happy with this one. So let's go into the ranking or rating, reviewing of the kit. So we normally do this in 3 sections. You've got the sculpt / pose, you've got the material / mold, and then you have the options. And so we'll start with the sculpt / pose. So very dynamic pose. He's sort of lunging at you, bringing all the help through the stone scribe. Elder, not Stone Scribe Elder, doing. He's an Elder. He's a Northkin Elder through the Creole Stone. So he is really dynamic looking. I love the rune necklace. I love the big oversized runes that he's got on his sleeves. The quality of the sculpt of the fur coat looks really good. I'm a big fan of the scrolls in the back, so I'm always happy to be able to pull out some of my gold paint for that. So overall, really nice looking sculpt, very dynamic. So I would give this one a 4.5. Moving on to the material and mold. So it does look like a slightly different version or variant of the resin that they have been using. Now, I could be completely wrong if anyone from PP wants to let us know, but it does look slightly different. And again, details not quite as crisp, still looks really good. But again, once we get some paint onto it, I'm kind of curious. So I'll let everyone know how that goes out. But there were a few mold lines, not very many. There was a couple around the feet. That took a little bit to clean up, but overall I was quite happy with that. So I'm going to give that one. And the pour points was a concern, but after going and being able to clean it up relatively quickly and easily, I think it's most even the amateur hobbyist won't have much trouble with that. So I'm going to give that one a 4.0. And then the last option is options, which because Privateer Press's models are designed to be put together one way. I mean, you could have dropped his arm down and switched this around a little bit. For the more enthusiastic or hobbyist with a little bit more time, that may be an option for me. I'm happy with this pose, so I don't actually give a rating for that one. So if we take the score from the sculpt and the material, that gives us an 85%, which is a pretty darn good score. So if you're not picking this up for the great role that it will have in Northkin, I would pick it up if you like painting the ruins and the Northkin, or sorry, the troll stuff, because this is a nice kit. Like I said, I'm only slightly biased, but there's very few models from Privateer Press and the troll line I don't like, and they just keep upping the quality and what they do with it time and time again. So to those at PP that have done this, fantastic job, and you're keeping me buying your models, which is exactly what you want to do. So thank you for watching this unboxing video. This is the second most recent line. We're going to do one more with the Northkin bear handler and the battle bears. So look forward to that. If you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you want to hear more Trollblood stuff, go over to handcannon.com and check out the Trollblood Scrum. It's a bi-weekly-ish podcast where we talk about trolls. And also keeping a lookout on this channel, on the Def at Dice YouTube channel. Going to be doing a battle box series. We're going to make some recommendations, do some painting tutorials, and go through the Journeyman League rules in early 2018. So keep an eye out for that. And if you have any questions, comments, feedbacks, throw them in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching.